From the home of the Dons, we're proud to present to you this coverage of Spanish Fork 17 basketball in this League A regional matchup between the Spanish Fork Lady Dons and the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles. Hi everybody, I'm Jake Arscott, and we're proud to present to you this matchup between the Golden Eagles and the Dons. Golden Eagles coming off of 5 straight wins here, where the Lady Dons sitting at 2-8, desperate for a home win as game starts off early with a foul on Skylar Dennison. If you saw our last matchup, Maple Mountain fresh off a win versus Provo at home. They'll look to avoid a letdown game here versus the Dons. They're expected to be highly favored here. The first one misses there. Dons currently sitting at 5-3 on the year, 2-0 in conference play. Second one up, no good, misses both. Dons currently 2-8 on the year, hoping to get a key win here. RA fouls picking up here. Dons will take it out under the baseline here. Quick pass underneath to Rushton. Over to Iktow, and that one's turned over. Golden Eagles take it over. Over the left side, Lexi Owens swings it out here. It's Kate Bailey for a 3. That one's off the rim and no good. Rebound down to Rushton. Both teams still scoreless here in the first minute and a half of play, and finally a bucket goes in. Rushton with the turnaround in the lane, and it's 2-0 Dons.
Beautiful entry pass there.
Yeah, exactly, and this is Andrew LaRose joining us here.
Hey, folks. It's good to be back. Good to be here for this crosstown clash.
Big time. Been a long time coming. Jumper no good there. Rebound deflected. Scramble for it. Bodies flying everywhere here. Spanish Fork ends up with it. Down the post, another collision. Lexi Owens this time. She gets the ball, throws it ahead. Kate Bailey scrambles for it. It's a madhouse. Golden Eagles come up with it somehow. Dump down pass to Owens. Swarmed by Dons. In the post, somehow gets through 3 defenders and banks it home.
Fantastic move there by Owens just to get herself in position, obviously, with tons of Dons swarming her, able to figure out her way and able to get a good layup there as that one's swatted away.
Maple Mountain already forcing the issue here on defense. Again, down on the post, swung out. Owens has the high hand, not quite. Off the back iron, no good, but they do get the rebound here.
Kelly Nelson with the nice offensive board.
One of the players to watch for certainly in today's game. Owens tries to put one up there. That one doesn't hit anything. Dons come down with it. It's 2-2 here, about 6 minutes left here in the first. Entry pass goes in, another scramble for it, and they're going to call jump on it.
Yeah, what adds to the fun for this particular matchup is that the teams are finally in the same region again. So both are in Region 8, and so this natural rivalry really amps up a bit. They're actually going to play each other twice this season.
It's something that you really enjoy in high school sports, especially is those crosstown rivalries. You really see everybody come together.
Excellent
in the city.
feed.
It's a beautiful pass to Nia Iktow on the bank. Gets that one in. You're right, Andrew. It's exactly what you want to see if you're a fan, especially of prep sports, to see these crosstown rivalries that have been around for a long time. So that is Liggett for the first time who goes up for the foul, and she'll shoot 2.
Yeah, Liggett, the sophomore for the Golden Eagles, has been very impressive. She's the youngest starter on this team, but she has been very impressive so far this season. In fact, in her last game, she was 10 for 10 at the free throw line and had 19 points in that win over Provo. So certainly she is a big offensive weapon for the Golden Eagles.
She's one of the players that we highlighted after last game as being, one of the most impressive on the court, that's for sure. She rings around the second. So she continues the free throw hot streak.
12 for 12.
12 for 12. And it's 4-4. 5:22 to go here. That pass telegraphed there by Liggett, and right on cue, she puts in a layup. 4 quick points for her, and the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles take a lead.
Yeah, Don's looking for anything they can on offense, which they're trying desperately to get it into their main playmaker, Eliza Bowman. She's the one that had the assist on the previous scoring opportunity for the Dons, but they really got to figure out a way to get it into her hands and in the hands of Erica Allen.
Going out of bounds, Maple Mountain will take it out underneath here. Allen, of course, one of those impressive players, as is Eliza Bowman. Bowman averaging over 20 points a game on the year.
Yeah, leading Class 5A, like the entire 5A class here in Utah. So she is such an impressive offensive player, can just shoot from anywhere.
Definitely one to watch out for, a highlight player. And it's a treat to watch as well as Owens comes down with the rebound. She picked up her dribble here. The backcourt gets it over to Bailey. She'll swing it over to Liggett. Good fake there. Crosses inside. Defender in there. Contested, no good. Here's a kick out for three. It's Dennison. Back rim and no good. Rebound comes down to the Dons. Picked up there by Allie Branch. Branch with the right hand. Picks up her dribble here. Well defended, and they're going to call a foul there on Dennison, going a little too aggressive for the ball.
Yeah, but if you're a Golden Eagles fan, that's exactly what you want to see. Is, man, they have been so impressive on defense. Tons of steals, have really done a good job of trapping the ball and really just stopping the flow of this Dons offense.
I think good team defense is something that the Golden Eagles are based off of. Feeds a lot of their game, and their pace is excellent as well. As you see them push it up court here. Liggett with the right hand crosses over. She's going to pull it out though. Wide open is Bailey. They swing it. Good ball movement here by the Golden Eagles. Liggett will try her hand at three. That one's short. Rebound scramble by, and it's a breakaway for the Dons. One man to beat here. Laid up and no good. Rebound down to the Golden Eagles. Good defensive contest there by Radford.
Yeah, good awareness by Bowman to get into transition there, but just unable to finish at the rim.
That one's going to be a blocking foul, and Lexi Owens, another player for Maple Mountain who impressed last game at Provo, will go to the line. 6-4 here already, over 5 minutes passed by, 4 minutes I should say passed by in the first. Owens to the line, makes the first. Second one goes off the rim and no good. Don's down 3 here in the first quarter. Here's Alger down in the post. That
Big
one's
block.
blocked. Good play there by Nelson. Here's Branch. Branch gets it deflected. Good swarming defense, and off his Liggett. In for the easy layup and puts it home. Defense just playing key here. Dons have to take a timeout to talk things over. Score 9-4. Golden Eagles already up early.
Yeah, that defense once again creating offense there. A nice steal there by the Golden Eagles, able to then get it to their main scorer, Sheridan Liggett, who has an easy layup there. 6 quick points here for the star for the Golden Eagles. And for the Dons, it's just trying to figure out some way to get their offense going. The Golden Eagles just swarming them thus far on defense. They really need to get the ball in the hands of Eliza Bowman or Erica Allen. Just get something going on offense. Get some things loose so they can be able to make up some ground here.
Certainly, Andrew. It's been a tough go for Spanish Fork this year. 2-6 so far on the year. They did win last game on Tuesday versus Wasatch. However, they have struggled. They have been quite competitive over the last few games against Springville and Mountain View. Of course, Springville, one of the top teams in the division right now, 8-3. Don's just looking to get something going here. Here's Ikatow, and she picked up her foot, and that'll be a walk. Of course, we have some familiar faces here. Nia Ikatow being one of them from fall season and volleyball as well. Emery Cardoza, also another player from that volleyball team that is on the roster here. See if we see some action from her today.
Yeah, obviously in high school, it's actually a kind of a blessing in disguise to play multiple sports, just because instead of just having a normal off season where you may be just lifting weights, instead you're getting game action and being able to kind of sharpen those skills. It may not be exactly the same skills as you would use in your other sport, but it is so important to have that cross training.
It is a golden opportunity, that's for sure. Maple Mountain making the most of their opportunities right now, generating a lot of turnovers on defense. Here's Liggett, floater in the lane. Looks like she might have got fouled. Ref says that Defender went straight up, and that'll be a turnover on the Golden Eagles.
Yeah, contested floater there. Not always the best shot there, but Liggett's been so hot, you don't even want to question it.
Yeah, I like the aggression of trying to go to the rim here. Another play here from Owens. They're going to get the steal as well here. It's just been a turnover fest so far for the Dons in this first quarter. Owens, 3 defenders hound on her. Good passing here. Wide open is Liggett. Does she get it this time? No good. So after the first couple of buckets, hasn't gotten anything outside.
But that was a golden opportunity there for the Golden Eagles. Just a nice piece of offense, really swinging the ball extremely well and using a nice inside-out game, got it into the post and then kicked it back out for a wide open 3.
Great ball movement indeed by Maple Mountain. You can tell how naturally it just comes to them. The offense, it's definitely not scripted. It's not something forced either. That's what you always look for as a coach. I'm sure Corey Green is happy about his squad right now. Leading by 9 here with under 2 minutes to go. Spanish Fork, meanwhile, has to get something going on offense here. Another turnover. Owens again with a steal. She got multiple players here on the break, and they're going to call a charge here. That basket's not going to count. Good set. I believe that was
Stacy Lomanik.
Yeah.
Who just came into the game for the Dons, and so does a nice job of taking the charge there. It's never fun, but it certainly helps your team.
Never want to be on that end, but it's always worth the sacrifice, especially if you can get the turnover there as that one goes off of Maple Mountain. Substitutions are going to come in here. It's going to be Bowman. Coming in and out will be Ranch.
Real quick breather for Eliza.
Yeah. Liza Bowman not going to get many breaks today. One of the key players for this Don squad. Here's a 3. That one no good. Rebound down to Ray. There goes Owens again. Liggett will try her hand. Good crossover there. That one's deflected twice. Spanish Fork nearly gets it. Still going to go to Maple Mountain, but good defense there. Liza Bowman right on cue, but good defensive play.
Yeah, Bowman doing exactly what you want to see from your star player. Comes right into the game and starts showing up on defense, and you hope that that defense then transitions over into some transition offense, be able to get you some easy buckets.
That one deflected off the leg, should have been a kick. Lexi Owens goes through 3 defenders, loses it anyways. Spanish Fork pushes it here. Here's a wide open 3. That one, it's nothing. 2 Dons get the offensive board here. They swing it out. They haven't scored in quite a while now. It's been turnover after turnover. Again, Owens with another steal. This one over to Ray. She'll try and get the layup. That one's good with the right. It's been all Maple Mountain here since about the midway point of the first. 23 seconds and counting left in the first quarter. Dons trailing by 7. They call a foul here on the floor.
Again, trying to really work their game in the post as they're trying to get Cardoza going down low. And just, again, the Dons are looking for any kind of offense that they can get. And so, in this case, trying to get that entry pass into the post, but unable to be able to go for the and one there, but at least do still keep the ball.
Too many forced passes already, as you said. Spanish Fork struggling with the entry pass, struggling with pretty much anything in the lane here. You got to credit Maple Mountain for being active, having active hands here. Dons do finally get it in here. They did it in the paint. This is Bowman over the side to Merrick. The rebound by Bowman, or I should say Rushton, is good. Time ticking here, 2 seconds left, and the buzzer's going to go off. That one is not going to count, as crazy as that would have been. And that's how the quarter comes to a close here. It's been all Maple Mountain in the second part. 11-6 here, our score, and we'll be back with the second quarter here on Spanish Fork 17. Back here with the second quarter here on Spanish Fork 17. Maple Mountain leading Spanish Fork here 11-6. Jake Arska again joined by Andrew LaRose here from Spanish Fork High School. It's been all Maple Mountain so far. Defense has been the key for them. Been swarming, getting all sorts of turnovers pretty much every other possession. And been leading the fast break, and that's paid off. greatly in amount of fast break points.
Oh, it's been big, and it's really let loose their main scorer, Sheridan Liggett, who's had a good game thus far, 6 points in the first quarter, and really it has been that transition offense, just getting good, easy layups.
To add on to it, great ball movement there as you see Lexi Owens get an easy layup. Lead now up to 7. There's the Dons. Dons trying to get movement of their own. That's too many steps there for Stacy Lemenick.
You can just tell that the Dons are just kind of scrambling on offense. They really just need to take a breather and get themselves in a, some set offense, call some plays, get your hands in get the ball in the playmaker's hands to get things going.
Owens now on a hot streak here. She's made 2 in a row. Always active, always moving is Lexi Owens. Not the biggest player either on the court, but she manages to find her way in the post, get a lot of contested short-range buckets. Defense, again, just stifling for Maple Mountain. They do get called for the foul there. Spanish Fort gets bailed out here. We'll go to the line. We finally get to hear and talk about Liza Bowman here, one of the best players for this Dons team. One of the best players in the league, certainly, averaging 21.3 a game. She goes for the first and sinks it.
Yeah, she's been absolutely sensational this year, and really she's been the focal point for the Dons offense for not just this year, but even last year. As a junior, she was so key to everything that the Dons do. She really is the engine that keeps it all running, and so if they're going to get themselves back in this game, it's probably going to be on the back of Eliza Bowman.
Certainly, Andrew. It's going to take a lot of effort from her part as well as a couple of her teammates at least. Maple Mountain just cruising here. That's Kate Bailey with the jumper from the elbow. And it's 17-7 here. Dons up, trailing by 10, I should say. Golden Eagles up. Again, ball movement, been a struggle for the Dons here. They do finally get it into the post, turnaround, double team. It's a wide open jumper from the free throw line, no good, rebounds up, no good as well. There's a third effort, and that'll be Rushton who gets fouled. Good offensive presence there. Way to crash the boards by the Dons.
Yeah, that's big, being able to give themselves some extra looks at the basket there with those offensive rebounds.
First one clambers off the rim and no good. Morgan Rushton, the senior, is a senior-heavy starting lineup for the Dons. Pretty much all seniors actually starting tonight. Allen, Bowman, Rushton, Ikatow, and Cardoza, all upperclassmen. And that one, no good, 0 for 2 from the line is Rushton. Golden Eagles again, moving the ball excellently, up 10 here. Liggett, ball fake, inside is Nelson, kicks it out again. Liggett will drive. The step back fake. That one down into the post off of Spanish Fort player and out of bounds.
And even though that ended up not being a basket for the Golden Eagles, I'm so very impressed with, as we see another beautiful pass there, it's exactly that. Their ball movement has been so good in this game, just whipping it around the horn, getting it in the post, and then kicking it back out. Really, they've done a good job of finding the open person.
Well, that's Nelson on the play. It's been a total team effort, as you said, all around for the Golden Eagles here. The and one goes, but the free throw doesn't. Good offensive board here, and lost to the Dons. They eventually get it back. Dennison scrappy on the post, trying to get that one. Again, the Dons cannot get anything going so far. The new Maple Mountain must have known going in who the main target was. It was going to be Rushton, it was going to be Bowman down low. And they have basically shut down the post.
Yeah, they've certainly made a concerted effort to make sure that the Dons don't get anything down low, and that they're going to have to beat them jump shooting, which is not the biggest strength for this Dons offense. They do have a couple shooters. Obviously, Bowman's able to take a mid-range shot, can also make it out to 3. Erica Allen has a decent jump shot, but really the Dons rely a lot on their post scoring down low. As you see a nice free throw made there by Haley Cardoza. really they like using Cardoza, Lumenick, Bowman, Rushton. Really, a lot of those they're hoping to be post points, but they may have to adjust a little bit here with how the Golden Eagles are playing them on defense.
Easy bucket there from Nelson, the turnaround. She's one of their better players. Didn't have a great performance against Provo last game. In fact, struggled throughout most of the stretch, but they did still get the win without much contribution from her on the offensive end. This time, though, she's really rolling, and she has 3 straight buckets here. Maple Mountain is cruising here, up 23-9.
Kinley Nelson now with 8 points on the game, and really, yeah, just a much better game for her than her last game against Provo. Really looking very comfortable in the post, and they're doing a good job of finding her down low and getting these easy buckets.
And Provo pulling pretty much the same exact strategy that Maple Mountain has pulled here on Spanish Fort. They just shut down the post for Nelson. Didn't really get many touches, but this time she's managed to find her way towards the basket. Played great defense as well, although she's missed both and 1 free throws here. Dawn's here, a crazy collision there between Liggett and Bowman.
Now you see a little bit of a coaching moment there for the Golden Eagles as you see the coach telling Liggett to get herself wider there, and had she been able to do that, maybe could have drawn the charge there, but because she wasn't able to be set, it ends up being a defensive foul on her.
Boy, Dons are going to have to make those free throws if they want to get back in this game. Maple Mountain, one thing they don't do well, they give up a lot of fouls, and they did so against Provo last game. They already have 8 here, so Spanish Fork in the bonus. Well, the Golden Eagles themselves are also in the bonus here, with the Dons having fouled 7 times here in the half. First time, this is Clark who gave that one off, turned over, however, by Allen. This one thrown ahead, Bailey passes it, and that one's going to go out of bounds here. A little bit of sloppy play in the last minute or so.
Yeah, just not quite able to settle it down enough before it ended up going out of bounds. But still, you just see the athleticism of this Golden Eagles team. Like, they are just flying up and down the court, whether it's on offense or defense.
Making life miserable for the Dawn squad. You saw another entry pass just go sailing out of bounds. 23-9 again, the score here, 4:39 left in the second. Been all Maple Mountain again. Golden Eagles showing why they're one of the teams to watch out for here in League A play. That one deflected though. Picked up by Liggett, crosses over Bowman. This one down to the post. Bailey to Nelson, and then and one again. Nelson already with her 10th point of the game.
Already in double digits, very impressive. Again, really, Maple Mountain is controlling the post on both ends of the floor, really just killing the Dons down low on offense, but also stifling them over on defense, just making sure that the Dons don't get any easy looks at the rim.
That's a 3rd bucket. No good. They waved it off for a lane violation. So the score stays 25-9 here. Finally an opening here, a drive and a foul called. That's one going to be on Heather Badger, her first. And to the line, and really we haven't talked about her much, but this will be Kayla Clark at the line, the junior. Her first attempt, it's short. Already back into the game is Nelson getting a quick breather for Maple Mountain. Sorry, back out. Second one's up, and that one's good. Maple Mountain cruising on offense again to Nelson. That one's good, and she's been on fire. 12 first half points here for Nelson. Bowman turns around, tries to get a shot up. That one's no good. Liggett tosses that one out. Nobody to throw to. crazy scramble here. They're going to call a foul, I believe, on Maple Mountain, and we have a player down. It's Kate Bailey. And she'll manage to get up there after a pretty nasty collision scramble for the ball there. Good thing she's okay.
Yeah, it looks like they're lucky on that one. That one could have been worse. That was right around her shoulder area. She still looks like she's kind of nursing it a little bit. That one could have been pretty disastrous, but it does put Eliza Bowman on the line.
Bowman makes the first. Already 10 team fouls for Maple Mountain here. Lexi Owens will come back in. We haven't seen her for a little bit. Quite a bit of rest there on the bench. Bowman sinks both. 3:45 to go here, and that one is deflected out of bounds. Good play there by Bowman.
Nice active hands there, able to get into the passing lane. And she actually also is second in the region in steals as well, along with her 21.3 points a game. She also is averaging 3.5 steals a game, so certainly is an active defender to go along with her impressive offensive stats.
Wide open jumper here. That one's no good. Rebound comes down to the Dons, though. Layup here inside, no good. Thrown ahead here. It's Liggett already on the run. Layup is up and in, and one.
Fantastic job there by Liggett to finish through contact. Obviously, again, it's all about this transition offense for the Golden Eagles, and Liggett has been a main part of that. 8 points now on the game for her, looking for her 9th one here at the line.
Liggett started off the first quarter really aggressive. Yeah, quite a few fast break points, free throws as well. Golden Eagles find themselves up 18 here. We thought going into this game, the biggest concern for the Golden Eagles was going to be the fact that they were playing a Spanish 14 that's 2-6, and the possibility of a letdown game, especially on the road, but they have certainly come in focused and ready to go from the get-go. Owens gets this one. She'll run up court. She'll get across the timeline here. This one dribbled into traffic and thrown away, and they're going to call a foul. It's going to be on Maple Mountain. It should be free throws. And indeed it will be.
There we go. Usually the refs eventually get it right.
Yeah, even as a ref, sometimes the game runs quickly, especially if you're reffing Maple Mountain.
Oh yeah,
certainly
this
with
game
the pace.
spins so quick. Like, to keep track of everything is difficult.
Got to be impressed with this team. Dons, however, can still make a statement here, see what they can do. We're going to have to close off the second half rather well on defense here. Playing the zone here, Liggett throws it inside, kicks it out. This is a wide open three for Dennison. Back rims it, no good. Rebound goes down to Bailey. This one to Liggett for three, no good. And it goes off of Owen's hand and out of bounds.
Yeah, you just see tons of possessions like that for Maple Mountain in this game where they get it into the post and the player in the post is able to read the defense and usually finds an open shooter out on the wing, and that time it was able to happen twice, but neither of them going down, unfortunately, for the Golden Eagles.
So on a scramble here, layup by Bowman, no good. They're going to call a foul. I believe that's 12 fouls so far for Maple Mountain on the half. They're going to have to be careful here. Despite having a big lead, you never want to see your players get into foul trouble here.
Yeah, it's always a big concern, especially if you already got players that are racking up 2 or 3 fouls early here in the first half and potentially could be in danger of fouling themselves out of the game in the second half.
Bowman missing the first. She does get the second. Dons have left quite a few points at the line. Down 15 here with 2 minutes to go. Deflection there on the inside. This one Thrown up by Badger, no good. Owen somehow gets the rebound though. Tries to scoop it up, no good. That one comes down to Bowman. Bowman with the charge. She stops at the three-point line, throws it over the side, swinged out. Three here from the Dons, no good.
Yeah, you gotta like that shot though for the Dons. Erica Allen, one of your better shooters.
Good pressure there by Bowman. You see another big steal here, and they call a foul on Maple Mountain. It's gonna be on Dennison. That's her second on the game. The line will be Erica Allen. Another missed free throw for the Dons. See a platoon change for Maple Mountain again. Very deep squad here. They can play 8, 9 players at a time, certain games. Allen misses both. More points left at the line for the Dons here. Fast break coming. Bailey down low on the baseline. Gets hounded by Bowman. That one will go out of bounds. Stay with Maple Mountain here. Minute 44 left in the first half. Golden Eagles here. Down on the floor is Radford. That one given up again. Bowman, good crossover here. Wide open lane, jab step, missed the layup. Dons have had their chances.
Yeah, the offense has looked a lot better here in the last couple minutes as you've seen Bowman kind of get things going. They're getting a little bit closer to the rim, getting opportunities to get out in transition.
Plenty of defensive plays and possessions have led to those points, I believe. Good play by Bowman especially, and by the Dons in general on defense. Just can't get anything going quite yet on offense. Liggett, that one gets blocked. Good play there. That was Kayla Clark on the block. Driving Bowman again. Off the window. This time she makes it, and it's good. And it's a 13-point game now. Good way to end the first half potentially for the Dons if they can keep it up. Thrown over to the side. Radford down low into Bailey. Over to Liggett. They're going to call the walk.
Too easy. She thought about shooting the three and then decided that she wanted to drive in the lane, and with that hesitation caused the travel.
Well, the second guessing there, you just have to kind of
well, in that case, you're wide open. Just take the shot.
Just take the shot. Simple as that. Not much you can complain about if you're Maple Mountain, although things have gotten a little bit closer here with under a minute to go in the first half. Drive here by Lemerick. Throws that one down low. That one gets picked off by Liggett. Liggett leading the break. Throws it ahead to Bailey. Bailey loses that one off her leg. They're going to call it off Spanish Fork. However, it's going to stay with Maple Mountain.
Yeah, still good job by the Dons there. That could have been an easy 2 points. Instead, they're able to get themselves out in their transition defense and able to stop that fast break.
Bailey here, jumper short. Rebound comes down to Jamie Kotovic. Ikatau on the inside. That one no good. Tries to bully her way in. Another fast break opportunity here. Liggett doesn't look up. She finally gets it over, though. Layup, no good. Wide open underneath the basket was Dennison. She missed it. This time the bucket, no good here. 9 seconds left. Dons have one more chance if they hurry. Running it up is Bowman. Bowman dribbles with the left. 2 seconds left, throws it off of Ikatau's hands and out of bounds, and that's essentially going to end the first half here.
Unfortunate break there for the Dons as Allen had the ball and really found an open Ikatau for a shot, but Ikatau just unable to handle the pass.
They're going to try and get this one in. They'll deflect off a player, and that'll do it for the first half. So pretty much been mostly Maple Mountain here. Great defense led by forcing a lot of turnovers, has them up 13 as we go to halftime. We'll take a break here and we'll step aside and we'll be back with the second half here on Spanish Fork Channel 17.
Welcome back to Spanish Fork 17 in this crosstown clash between the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles and the Spanish Fork Dons. I'm Angela Rose here with Jake Arscott for this game, and it has been a fun one if you're a Golden Eagles fan. It's been very impressive for them as their defense has created a ton of offense for them, as it is 30-17 heading into the second half here. A 13-point lead for the Golden Eagles, led by Kenley Nelson with 12 points and Sheridan Liggett with 9 points on the game. And so it really has been just an impressive game here thus far for the Golden Eagles, and the Dons just looking for an opportunity to find a way back into this one, as they will start the ball off here in the second half. Get an entry pass into Bowman, who then swings it over to Cardoza, who gets a nice bucket there to start things off in the second half. 4 points for the senior center for the Dons.
Good way to start off the half if you're Spanish Fork. Back that up with a good defensive play here and a quick turnover.
Absolutely what the Dons needed. So 30-19 here with 7:35 in the third quarter. Erica Allen with the ball for the Dons.
Certainly you have to think, if you were going into half and you're the Dons, the message had to be efficiency, moving the ball. Certainly trying to do that here.
Yeah, much better ball movement here for the Dons, just not getting anything into the post. Rushton with it, gets into Cardoza, outlets it to Bowman, goes in the lane with the left hand and in. Beautiful bucket there from Eliza Bowman. Dons want to see it more and more of that as she goes to the line.
Well, we've been thinking this has been all Maple Mountain here, but then you look up at the scoreboard, and it's a 9-point game now. Single-digit lead now for the Dons to cover.
Dons with 4 early points here, make that 5 early points here in the second half of the game, and now 9 points on the game for Eliza Bowman. This is now 30-22, so only an 8-point lead for the Golden Eagles. Liggett with the ball up top. She will kick it over to Owens. Owens drives into the lane, will try to kick it back out and is fouled. That one on Eliza Bowman.
Spanish Fork bench not too happy about that call, but you heard the slap by Bowman there. Easy call to make for the officials.
Pretty clear foul there, as Maple Mountain is going to inbound it. They will get it into Liggett. Over to the corner and back in. Oh, nice entry pass there by Dennison into none other than Kenley Nelson with her 14th point of the game.
Well, Nelson's just been dominating the post from the start here. It's really made her presence felt on the other end. Bowman.
Hand, unable to finish. But they are able to get the rebound. Erica Allen with it now for the Dons. She gets it into Ikatau, who throws a bit of a wild pass to the corner to Bowman. Bowman drives and is going to get fouled. So that is going to be on the floor. So it'll be Dons inbounding it here with 6:23 left in the third quarter. 32-22 game, so a 10-point lead for the Golden Eagles over the Dons. Substitutions here for the Golden Eagles. That is Kaylee Radford coming into the game for them.
Something I've noticed already early on is the energy that Spanish Fork has come in with, already really hounding the boards here. Just can't get anything close to go.
Oh, what was going to be a nice pass there by Liggett, just unable to handle it there is Dennison. So a turnover there by the Golden Eagles. And yeah, as you were saying, Jake, like this is so much better on offense. And really just the overall energy of the Dons team has been much more impressive, as that is a steal by Lexi Owens. She will drive, kicks it to Dennison. Dennison with the shot. It goes off. They get it to Liggett, deep 2. That's going to be off the rim. Oh, big collision down low.
They're going to call that one on Maple Mountain. They're going to call that on Radford, I believe, going in for the rebound. Coach Green not too happy about that. He felt like Radford got there first.
Yeah, it certainly seemed that way, as that's a nice pass into Bowman, who finishes cleanly there. 11 points for the leading scorer in Class 5A here in Utah. Now 11 points for Eliza Bowman. We're back down to an 8-point lead. Going to be a foul down low.
You know,
Bowman
Bowman
once again getting to the line.
Bowman off to a slow start. She's really started to get her presence felt. Starting to really rack up the points here for the Dons.
Kenley Nelson has been an absolute force down low for the Golden Eagles. She takes the free throw. That one is going to be just a bit off, but otherwise has been a very just impressive performance for Nelson.
Nelson, everything pretty much besides the free throw line has been great from her.
Here comes that second free throw. This one going to get that nice shooter's touch and goes down. 15 points for the big center for the Golden Eagles. Game now 33-24. So 5.5 left, and once again, defense turning into offense. Easy layup there for Liggett off the steal from Nelson. Double digits for Sheridan Liggett in this one, 11 points for the point guard for the Golden Eagles. And yet another steal, this one by Dennison. Liza Bowman with the defense there, but it is going to be out on her. So still a turnover here for the Golden Eagles. 35-24 with almost 5 minutes left here in the third quarter.
I'd certainly call this the Kenley Nelson game, if you want to call it that. She's been making her presence felt pretty much throughout this game. I've just been impressed.
Beautiful elbow jumper there by Kaylee Radford. Gets herself on the board. 37-24, so back to a 13-point lead for the Golden Eagles. Nice pass there by Cardoza into Bowman. 13 points now for Eliza Bowman. Cuts the lead back down to 11. 37-26 here in the third quarter. Fadeaway jumper is not going to go, and that is going to be a foul. That one on Skylar Dennison.
Well, it's been a tale of two centers here. Bowman and Nelson both getting their action in the second half. Still an 11-point game here. Dons can cut this one down if they play clean. However, they've been struggling to stay out of turnover land.
This one over to the wing. Three-point shot there is going to be off. And that is going to be off the Golden Eagles. So possession back over to the Dons. Again, the Dons really have done a much better job here in the second half of getting the ball to Eliza Bowman, their star. She's been impressive thus far here in the third quarter, up to 13 points now on the game. And it really has been, as Jake was saying, I mean, it's been the stars in this game. Nelson and Liggett for the Golden Eagles and Bowman for the Dons. Really, most of the scoring has come from them. Three-point shot there from Ikitau is off. Rebounded by Allie Ray, and that is going to be a foul.
Not a good one there on Haley Cardoza. Never want to see her player foul in the backcourt, especially that far away from the basket.
Fouls from behind are always dangerous, as it is Liggett with the ball here for Golden Eagles. Swings it over to the corner. Ball back up top. This is Dennison. Dennison gets it into Radford, who gives it up to Nelson. Nelson just has it rim out. Rebound Bowman. Transition opportunity here. Little jumper there by Rushton is off, and Liggett running up the court takes the floater, and that is going to be off. Rushton with the rebound gets it to Allen. She is going to get that into Bowman. Bowman backs it up. Unable to finish there, but Cardoza with the rebound. So another opportunity here for the Dons. Another wide open mid-range jumper there from Rushton ends up rimming out.
Boy,
ball back to the Golden Eagles.
At some point, these shots have got to start falling for both teams here in the second half. Cold shooting here. A good turnover there by Bowman.
Big steal. And the layup is good. Nice little hesitation to make sure that it was going to be open. 15 points now for Eliza Bowman. And that is going to be a timeout by the Golden Eagles, trying to recollect his team after a furious little run here by the Dons. Have been able to cut the lead down a little bit here in the third quarter. It is 37-28 with 2:45 left here in the third quarter.
You know, you wouldn't have thought, but the Dons have been able to keep this one close, keep it within single digits. Been quite impressive to see them work hard to really get going on the offensive end. Give credit to their defense for their swarming effort.
Yeah, it really has been just impressive. I've enjoyed watching Maple Mountain this entire game. They've been just, that defense really has created such an opportunity for them to get out in transition, and Kenley Nelson, Sheridan Liggett have been the main benefactors of that. 15 points for Nelson, 11 for Liggett. And on the Dons end, it's really, they finally are really getting Eliza Bowman active and down low. She really had been denied most of the first half at those post touches, but in this one they've done a better job of getting her to cut, getting her open there in the post, and able to create some easy buckets for them. So again, 37-28, A 9-point lead here for the Golden Eagles over the Dons. 2:46 left here in the third quarter. Some exciting women's basketball here on Spanish Fork 17. And again, I just love it because it's the crosstown rivals, and this rivalry just gets amped up even more with them both being in the same region once again. And the atmosphere in the gym has also been a lot of fun, as we were noting at halftime. This is pretty good attendance here.
Pretty good crowd here and great support here from both sides, I believe, Maple Mountain and Spanish Fork. So we're having a officials timeout here trying to figure something out on the players. Yeah, I agree, Andrew. It's a great atmosphere. You always love the crosstown rivalries. It's something you get up for. I remember back in my days of playing high school basketball, the biggest matchup was when we played our crosstown rivals. And just the biggest memory I have is walking through the tunnel and seeing the full crowd of people, the excitement, the energy, and plays on the offensive and defensive end and the hustle from both teams, just as you're seeing tonight.
Bowman unable to finish there on that particular layup after the beautiful steal. Golden Eagles with the ball once again. It's Dennison with it over in the corner, dribbles, able to find
Boy, what a
Badger
block there by
in the
Bowman.
lane, but nice block.
Rushton, I should say.
Erica Allen with it for the Dons after the big block, gets it over to Ikatau, who gets it back to Allen. Cardoza with it at the elbow. She'll dribble and draw the foul. Nice job there by Haley Cardoza to draw the contact and get herself to the line.
Even though the Dons have struggled at the line, you gotta love the opportunities that they're getting here, getting free points here.
Cardoza with her first one. That one is going to rim out. Substitution here for the Dons is going to be Lamanet coming in for Ikatau. Here comes that second free throw for Cardoza. And this one is going to go in. 5 points for the center for the Dons. Cuts the lead now to 8 here, 37-29.
Boy, what a play
they
there
get
by
the steal.
Allen.
Erica Allen up with it.
Oh,
and it's going to rim
miss.
out, but nice job there by Bowman to keep that alive. Allen gets it back into Bowman, goes left and up. Fantastic layup there by Eliza Bowman. 17 points for the star for the Dons, and that is going to be another timeout by the Golden Eagles as this thing has become a ball game here. Now it's 37-31, only a 6-point lead here with 1:44 left in the third quarter. The Dons have made quite the run here in the third quarter to make this a very interesting ball game.
Yeah, you can tell the excitement on the bench, the energy from the crowd as well. They can tell that their team is fighting back in it. They've really played great here in the second half, have shut down Maple Mountain on the defensive end, and on the offensive side, really scrambling, getting offensive boards. It isn't always pretty, but if you can just manage to get to the rim, get buckets in traffic, move the ball around, good things tend to happen, and it's happening for the Spanish Fork squad.
Doing a good job of just getting out in transition and getting some easy buckets here in the third quarter. And again, it's really been the Eliza Bowman show here in the third quarter. Really has just taken off and taken over this game for the Dons. And again, now Golden Eagles with the ball, 37-31 with $1:38 left here in the third quarter. Liggett with it up top, and another steal. My goodness, Eliza Bowman
again
with the active hands, and Allen able to corral it in, but then a good steal there by Liggett to turn the ball back over. So Golden Eagles with it once again. Dennison drives the lane and gets fouled there by Cardoza.
They might call this one on Bowman, depending on
Looks
who
like,
it is.
yeah, that is. They are going to call that on Bowman.
Looks like they called her on top, getting her hand in, reaching in. Just got caught a little bit too late there trying to get the steal. Still plenty exciting here. Almost a backcourt violation.
Barely. It looks like they just barely avoid that backcourt violation. Nice drive up, and that one is going to be out, but swatted back in. Tried to swat that back in. Was Heather Badger, but unable to do so. So a turnover there for the Golden Eagles.
Boy, Andrew, about Maple Mountain too, it's been a tale of two halves for them this second half. It's been definitely an ugly side of it. Defense not great, offense nothing going here, especially from the outside. They can't buy themselves a bucket here. If you're a Maple Mountain fan, things were looking good at half. You're starting to get really nervous here. A 6-point game. Could be 4 here with free throws.
Yeah, the Dons have cut this thing from a 13-point lead at half now all the way down to 6 at this point, as that is Rushton at the line for the Dons, misses her first free throw. Substitutions here for the Golden Eagles. It is Nelson coming back into the game, as Golden Eagles definitely need her in this one, as she's been their main source of offense in this game.
Boy, you see Morgan Rushton just look over to the bench, give a laugh.
Never feels great to airball a free throw. This one into Nelson. She goes to work. Great move there, but unable to finish. So the Dons with it here in transition. Bowman's going to kick it to Cardoza. Cardoza into Rushton. Rushton off the rim. Rebounded there by Nelson. Gets it into Liggett. So trying to set up a possession here with 35 seconds left is the Golden Eagles. Active hands there by Erica Allen leads to the steal. Bowman with it at the elbow, gets it into Allen, up and in, and the foul. Nice job there by Erica Allen to draw the contact, gets herself to the line, and this really is becoming a ball game, folks. 37-33 at this point, only a 4-point lead for the Golden Eagles now with 26 ticks left on the clock here in the third quarter.
Momentum is totally in the Dons' favor right now. Maple Mountain completely on their heels here. And they finally get a free throw to go. It feels like they've really haven't had their luck at the line. Missed a lot of opportunities. In fact, they would be leading here without their misses.
Passes that over to the corner. Liggett able to swing it back out. This is Owens with it. She gets it to Dennison. Dennison over to Radford. And that is going to be out of bounds, just out of the hands of Lexi Owens. So with 8 seconds left here in the third quarter, the Dons have an opportunity to cut this thing not only down to one, but with a three-pointer could tie this thing going into the fourth quarter. Allen with it. She'll get it to Cardoza. Cardoza dribbles. She's going to throw up a prayer, and this one is going to be off the rim. And so a big charge here by the Dons gets them all the way from a 13-point deficit, now only down to 3. 37-34 here. Golden Eagles over the Dons as we head over to the fourth quarter, which we will get you when we come back on Spanish Fork 17. Welcome back to Spanish Fork 17 and the fourth quarter of this wonderful game here at Spanish Fork High School. We've got the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles up against the Spanish Fork Dons. Big crosstown clash here to kind of get things kicked off here for Region 8 play. Both teams have only played 2 region games thus far, and so it's a fun way to kind of get things really ramping up here for region play. And man, this has been just a fun game. It has just been so interesting to watch, as it seemed like Maple Mountain was potentially going to run away with this game in the first half, and then man, the Dons just came roaring back in the third quarter and made this thing really close.
Yeah, exactly, Andrew. That's the best part about high school sports too, is that you never know how a game is going to go. It could look completely lopsided in one half and then the other half go the exact opposite for the other team. You've seen that tonight with Spanish Fork, really the hustle. And from the get-go, the second half, they really came out with a different energy, a different intensity. You got to think it's the rivalry. You got to think it's other things as well. Oh, wow. See the intensity heating up a little too much there as they fight for the ball. Ends up with Allen on the ground.
Yes, a little bit of extracurricular activity, as you will, as there's that scrum underneath the bucket between Allen and Nelson. Nelson going for that offensive rebound after missing the layup, and little aggressive there as Cardoza is fouled by Nelson.
It's all part of the rivalry, Andrew.
It is. It really does. It just amps things up. It just puts things at that extra intensity, as it's Cardoza on the line here for the Dons. Again, 37-34, only a 3-point lead here for the Golden Eagles. At one point at halftime, this was a 13-point lead for the Golden Eagles, and is now all the way down to 2 after that free throw by Cardoza.
I mean, they were looking to run away with this. We talked about, you know, a slump potentially, a slump game, trap game, and certainly this has turned into one for Maple Mountain here.
Good rebound there by Radford, so only 1 of 2 there for Cardoza at the line. 37-35 with 7.5 left in the game, as that is going to be knocked out of bounds by Allie Ray off her hands, and is going to be the Dons' ball.
Boy, if you're Maple Mountain, you might want to take a timeout here soon. Just try and get your players to compose here.
Rushton trying to get that entry pass into Cardoza. Instead, they find an open Lomenick for three, and that is the lead for the game here for the Dons. Retaking the lead here 38-37 with just a little over 7 minutes left in the game. The Dons have just been so impressive here in the second half. That is a missed layup there by Liggett, but a big rebound by Nelson, and they are going to call her for the travel, just unable to completely gather herself after that rebound.
Boy, it's a tale of two sides here. You look at the Spanish Fork bench, completely excited, getting up for it. You see their teammates are clapping, cheering. And on the other side with Maple Mountain, complete dejection here and shock, wondering how their massive lead is just completely erased.
It's just so crazy. Like, we talk about how basketball is a big momentum sport and you do go on these runs, but I mean, my goodness, it's basically been an entire run this entire second half of the game for the Dons. They've been just the aggressor on offense and defense. Their defense has been much better here in the second half, and they've done such a good job of getting everyone involved on offense and really working their game through their star, Eliza Bowman.
And to see, of all people, Lomenick hit a three there, really a back-breaking three for Maple Mountain there, right before the timeout too. You never want to see either, if you're the team with the big lead, you see it closing. The worst feeling in the world is seeing that lead flip to the other team. If you can hold on, you still have something to hold on to. You still have something mentally to fight for. And now at this point, it's a desperation mode for the Golden Eagles. They really have to turn it on now, or they're going to see this one go the other way in heartbreaking fashion, I should say.
Yeah, the Dons have done a great job of shutting down not only Kenley Nelson, but also Sheridan Liggett. Both were in double digits going into this second half, and really both have not been much of a factor here thus far in the second half for the Golden Eagles, as it really just has been all Dons, and they're getting all of the bounces as well, as they got three decent looks there at the rim, unable to convert. Some
boy, look at
crazy
Bowman flying into the
defense there by Eliza Bowman. Long two there by the Golden Eagles, rebounded nicely there by Radford. Keep themselves alive. Owen is up with it, and that is going to be a foul.
Look at, Radford and Owens, the two smallest players on the court. They are the two scrappiest players. For their height, it's just impressive. They get down with every rebound on offensive end especially.
Owens with 5 points on the game, makes that 6, and this ball game is tied up here 38-38 in the fourth quarter. Again, we've got 6:36 left here in this one, and it's just been a fun one to watch, and I expect that the end of this game is going to be a fun one too, as that is off the back iron, and once again a fight for the rebound, and they are going to give that to the Dons.
That one just a scramble. It was Rushton running for it, along with, I believe, Nelson from Maple Mountain.
Nelson trying to get that elbow entry pass, unable to do so, and there's a foul on the floor.
Is it going to be on Maple Mountain here? Indeed it is.
Yeah, they're going to call that. They're going to call that on Nelson.
Again, we talked about foul trouble. We said, at the time in the second quarter, you got a big lead, but these fouls are going to become a problem down the road. And sure enough, here they are, Dons with a 1-and-1.
Off the back iron is Cardoza, and rebounded by Radford.
Boy, they just haven't converted on those free throws, though.
Pushing it up, Owen. It's just off there, and it is a transition opportunity. Eliza Bowman up with the left, and just rims out, but fights for the rebound. But that is going to be gathered up, looks like, by the Golden Eagles. That one is Kate Bailey. Tries to get it to Liggett. A little too strong on that transition pass.
Boy,
so another turnover.
It's been chaotic last 30 seconds or so. Bowman with the left hand had a breakaway and missed it underneath the basket. On the other end, Maple Mountain again throwing it away. Another turnover in the second half.
38-38 here with 5:55 left in the game. Bowman kicks it to Rushton. Rushton back into Cardoza, who gets it stripped away from her by Lexi Owens. Owens with it now, pushing it up the court, gets it to Liggett. Liggett with the jumper. It is going to go off the front iron and down. Fight for the ball down low. And that is going to stay Maple Mountain ball. Nice job there by Kenley Nelson to secure the rebound.
I've just been so impressed by this Dons defense. really keeping everything out of the paint, making them hit jumpers, really forcing the issue on passes.
Trying to get it back into Nelson, that one off the foot of Allen. So still Maple Mountain ball. Bailey to inbound it for the Golden Eagles. That is into Owens, who's right there in the post, but blocked by Cardoza. Big block there for the Dons. Lumenick with it, gets it into Bowman. Bowman with the left hand, up and in. Bowman, 19 points on the game. The Dons up now 40-38 here with just over 5 minutes left in the game.
That's such an impressive finish in traffic. Picks it up, gathers it in the midst of defenders. We see a three here.
Open three, nice shot there by Kate Bailey.
Bailey
gives the Golden Eagles the lead once again, 41-40.
Bailey just her second bucket on the game. Big time to make a 3-2.
And there's going to be a foul. Another 1-and-1 opportunity. So again, these fouls by Maple Mountain coming to bite them here in the fourth quarter. The Dons with an opportunity to not just tie the game, but to retake the lead here at the free throw line by Rushton. A little too strong.
Just haven't made them pay on the free throw line. I mean, if you're Spanish Fork and you lose this game, you're going to be looking back at all the free throws that you've missed, all the opportunities you've had. They've left about at least 10 points on the board and missed free throws.
Nice job by Maple Mountain to swing this ball around. Mid-range jumper there by Radford is missed, but rebounded by Liggett. Kicks it back to Radford in the corner. Cutting there was Porter. Open three, and it is in. 2 straight three-pointers for the Golden Eagles. This one shot by Kaylee Radford. So now it is a 4-point lead here for the Golden Eagles, and momentum is starting to swing back their way, but Rushton drives in and gets the foul.
Missed free throws, missed opportunities on the other end for Maple Mountain. Big time 3 there by Radford. Radford just the heart and soul, I feel like, of this Maple Mountain squad. Another missed free throw. Boy, Spanish Fork is just killing themselves at the line here. Missed opportunities.
Not being able to make them pay at the free throw line is definitely a theme as Cardoza goes in there, gets the offensive rebound and gets them 2 points. Nice job there, 44-42 here with just over 4 minutes left. Rebound Cardoza, Allen with it. We'll see what the Dons can do here on offense with 4 minutes left here in the game. She's going to spot up for 3, and it's going to be off the front iron. Rebounded by Radford, pushing it up.
4-on-1.
Bowman trying to stop the fast break and is able to do so.
Oh, what a block.
Out by Bowman. My goodness.
Bowman
what
with
an
a man's
effort.
block.
Whoo! Bowman with it in the post.
Say
double teamed there,
block.
kicks it back out. Allen with it up top. She kicks it to Bowman. Bowman's going to swing it back over to Allen. Nice give and go there, and it is in. Nice job there. The two-woman game of Allen and Bowman gets this thing back all tied up at 44 with 3:20 left in the game.
Bowman just a monster so far on both ends, defensively and offensively. She's just taken over this game. I'm just so impressed by her command of the game. Really is taking control for this Don squad.
Swarming defense, getting her hands in the lane, and now right at her average, 21 points here in this game for Eliza Bowman. Again, this thing's going to go right down to the wire. 3:17 left here, all tied up at 44. Golden Eagles with the ball. Liggett swings it to Radford, who tries to get it back into Liggett. Stolen by Rushton and gets into the hands of Bowman. She will try to shoot it up, but a nice block there by Kenley Nelson, making her presence known on the defensive end.
This is a matchup of two giants, Bowman and Nelson. Nelson's held her own for quite a bit on the defensive end. She gets a breather here, though, with about 3 minutes left. Boy, this one's coming down to the wire, Andrew.
It's been a fun one here on Spanish Fork 17. 44-44, Cardoza up with it, blocked. And once again, some crazy extracurriculars after the play there. Jump ball, and the ball is going to stay with the Dons as the possession arrow was with them.
Boy, I mean Spanish Fork by that. They got away with a foul there, it looked like. Call an early jump.
Bowman inbounds it into Rushton. Rushton tries to get it back to her. Instead, it is stolen by Kate Bailey, pushing it out the court for the Golden Eagles. Again, this thing is all knotted up at 44 with 2:50 left in the game. Little jumper there. Not quite sure what happened there. Looks like it maybe got blocked.
No, I think she slipped on it.
Just kind of slipped out of her hand. Kind of a little crazy shot there. Cardoza with it at the top of the key. She throws it up. That is going to be off and rebounded by Sheridan Liggett.
You can tell players are getting a little tense here. They know this one's going down to the wire.
Radford with it. Nice trapping defense there. Liggett with what looked like a potential open three. She instead gives it up. Ball's back out to Radford. Wild throw there, gets it over to Dennison. Dennison cutting into the lane. Badger kicks it back out, and there's going to be a three in the corner.
Oh.
And they are going to call that. That's going to be a foul.
3-point foul, not a good one there. Lemenik closed out a little bit too extreme. They're not going to call it a shooting foul, however, strangely enough.
So it's going to be a foul on the floor. So Dennison will go to the line for the Golden Eagles, and there's going to be some substitutions as Nelson comes back into the game here for the last 2 minutes. 2:09 left in this one, all tied up at 44-44. Again, this is the Golden Eagles and the Spanish Fork Dons here on Spanish Fork 17. As that is going to be in. Ice cold free throw shooting there from Skylar Dennison. Gets herself another opportunity here.
At the end of this, it's going to come down to who makes free throws, who makes shots.
Another free throw there for Dennison. 2 points. Gives the Golden Eagles a 2-point lead with just over 2 minutes left here in this ball game. Erica Allen with it, gets it into Rushton. Rushton with the kind of a crazy shot there, but it finds its way down.
That had no chance of going in until it did.
And yet somehow it does. 4 points for Morgan Rushton.
And they throw it away here.
Away. Bowman with it, driving, up and down. Dons with the lead once again. Bowman 23 points on the game. We're going to have a timeout by the Golden Eagles.
Boy, what an effort by Bowman. I mean, you could have let that one go into the backcourt. Bowman decides, I'm going to do this myself. Runs right past this Maple Mountain player, goes right in towards the basket, lays it up strong off the glass. Kenley Bowman with probably the MVP Sports Player of the Game performance right here, the way it looks. If they can hold on here, it's a tie. They're up by 2 over Maple Mountain. What an impressive
Certainly if the
half.
Dons hang on, Eliza Bowman's got to get the nod for MVP Sports Player of the Game. 23 points, stifling defense, has had several steals, has really been so great in transition. And I mean, it's just been so crazy, just the momentum the Dons have had in this second half compared to just what looked like was going to be a potential blowout in the first half for the Golden Eagles. Instead, it's turned into that trap game that you talked about. Golden Eagles trying to do everything they can to keep this thing alive, as there is their star Nelson, but she misses the layup there. So ball goes to the Dons here with 1:22 left in the game. 2-point lead for the Dons. It's going to be a timeout by the Dons. Give themselves an opportunity to collect themselves here for the last little bit of the game, holding on to a 2-point lead here, trying to get their offense set, hopefully run a good play, and obviously that play should be mostly run through their star Eliza Bowman, who really has, as you said, just been sensational in this game.
Been sensational, and it's all come especially in the second half. Had such a slow start to the first quarter. It's come on and has made her presence felt here. You have to expect that the ball's going to go through her. If not, you got to look at Rushton. You got to look at Allen as well. They're probably going to play their 5 starters in all likelihood. The start of the game, their senior core out there on the court, and they've just been exceptional. Moving the ball, getting to the rim, forcing turnovers on the defensive end. If you're Maple Mountain here, however, you got to stop them on this possession. You really got to be aggressive, hope for a turnover, maybe lead to a fast break opportunity, which is what got them their big lead in the first half.
Bowman, Rushton, Cardoza, Lamanek, and Allen in the game for the Dons. Nelson, Radford, Liggett, Owens, and Porter in the game for the Golden Eagles. Cardoza with it for the Dons. Again, 1:15 left here in the ball game. A 2-point lead for the Dons, 48-46. Bowman drives it, and that is going to be a jump ball. Nice defense there by Sheridan Liggett.
Liggett, active hands all game long, has been a menace on the defensive end. Gets a critical turnover there.
Has been quiet in the second half offensively, but has made her presence known on defense. Very impressive sophomore for the Golden Eagles, and what could have been a very beautiful assist there for her ends up instead just being a foul, so it'll be Nelson going to the line for the Golden Eagles.
Minute 4 to go here, and that's going to be it for Erica Allen there as she fouls out. Her 5th one of the game, and then will come in Allie Branch. That's got to play a role because Allen has had herself a pretty good game for the Dons. Now they have to move forward without her.
Allen, one of the main primary ball handlers for the Dons, and so that definitely hurts. So you'll probably see the ball even more so in the hands of Eliza Bowman here for the last minute 4 of this one. Nelson at the line for the Golden Eagles here, trying to cut into this lead. 48-46. Make it 48-47, a huge free throw there.
And a huge sigh of relief for her, too, as she makes that first one.
Goodness gracious, absolutely. Her one weakness in her game, in this particular game, has been at the free throw line, so that a big moment there for her. It's going to be a lane violation.
Yeah, she rushed it. You could tell she was a little nervous. She took the quick step after she shot it. She knew it was going to be short, and they called a lane violation on her.
Press defense now for the Golden Eagles.
And they might have gotten lucky there. That one looked like it might have gone off Don's player there, off of Bowman.
Certainly you saw Liggett calling at the ref saying, hey, that's our ball. But it looks like the Dons will get another opportunity to inbound it, this time into Rushton, who gets it back over to Bowman. So under a minute left here in this one, a 1-point lead for the Dons over the Golden Eagles, as this thing is going to come right down to the wire. Cardoza gets the ball stripped away and is going to get sent over to Radford with the left hand and up, and it is a Golden Eagles lead here with just over 40 seconds left. 49-48, Bowman with it for the Dons. Lomenick with it, drives up with the right hand and is fouled.
Another bad foul there. Can't be fouling this late in the game, although the Dons have struggled from the line. Can Lomenick give the Dons the lead or at least tie it?
Lomenick with a big opportunity here to get her team either tied up or in the lead at the free throw line, but this has been where the Dons have struggled as she misses that first one.
This is really becoming a major problem for Spanish Fork here.
Really got to hope that Lomenick can at least get this second one here for the Dons. This one goes in. Huge free throw there for Stacy Lomenick. 4 points on the game for her, and this thing is all knotted up with 25 seconds left. Nelson with it in the post, gets it swatted away by Lomenick, swings it around. Liggett with it, drives, beautiful Euro step, and draws the foul. Sheridan Liggett with just a beautiful move
and what did we
to
say?
The basket.
We said at the beginning of the game that Liggett was on a hot streak at the free throw line. Surely this is the person that Maple Mountain wanted. The last person the Spanish Fork wants at the line.
13 of her last 13 free throws make it 14, and 12 points on the game for Sheridan Liggett. She ties this ball game up. 50-49 here, so 1 point advantage here for the Golden Eagles, and she sinks that one as well.
Will Spanish Fork take a timeout here, though? They're going to play it through.
They're going to play it through, pushing it up. They get it into Lomenick, who gets it to Cardoza. Scramble for the ball, Rushton with it. Bowman goes up and gets fouled by Nelson with 6.5 seconds left in the ball game, and an opportunity here to get this thing all tied back up.
All right, here it is. Bowman, the player, likely one of the top players in this league. And in fact, is one of the best players in this league. At the line, these are the moments you dream about as a high school athlete, as a basketball fanatic. 6.5 left, down 2. It's been a tough night at the line, but can they reverse the course and get
These
two
are the types of
plus
situations that you dream about as an athlete, you're getting game right down to the wire, and it's up to you to get things going. And Bowman misses that first free throw. That's a big one for the Dons, as there will be a timeout on the floor here.
Yeah, and if you're Spanish Fork, this has been the kryptonite. You've led this massive comeback and have left likely 15 points at the line and missed free throws. It's been a horrendous night at the free throw line for Spanish Fork. They still are in it with 6.5 left, but at this point they really could have used that free throw make. It's just been that kind of night for their players at the line. Definitely be something they talk about after this game, regardless of the result. As for Maple Mountain, you're not out of the woods yet. You're up 2 with 6 seconds left. But again, anything can happen, especially in 5A high school basketball. We know we've seen crazy results, crazy endings. We've already seen a crazy comeback tonight by Spanish Fork at home. Got to stay on your toes if you're Maple Mountain here.
51-49 with 6.5 left here in the game. It's going to be Eliza Bowman at the line once again for the Dons. Missed her first free throw, hoping to make the second one here and give the Dons an opportunity here with, again, just 6.5 seconds left here in the ball game to figure out a way to play some stifling defense, create a turnover or foul, whatever they need to do to keep themselves here in the ball game. So here it is, Liza Bowman at the line, 23 points. That one is going to be off, and there's the foul. That'll be Haley Cardoza.
Got to feel for Bowman, you know that she's played a heck of a game. Put up an amazing effort on both ends. And just unfortunate there at the end with the game on the line. Just pressure moment, she just missed the 2 free throws that they needed the most.
It's going to be Skylar Dennison now at the line here for the Golden Eagles.
You got to hope that she misses one of these.
That one definitely hurts for the Dons as it sends the Golden Eagles contingent in a frenzy there. 3 points now in the game for Dennison and a 3-point lead here with 4.2 seconds left. That one potentially just icing the game there with that final free throw as the Dons tried to recklessly get things going, and that is the ball game. So certainly something to be talked about for the Dons. Missed opportunities at the free throw line, but got to credit the Golden Eagles here as they're able to come away with the win, 53-49 here in Region A play. These crosstown rivals played a heck of a game here tonight on Spanish Fork 17. Super fun to watch. Again, I am Andrew LaRose and here with Jake Arscott, and let's discuss our MVP player of the game. Who would you give it to?
It's a tough call. Of course, you always go with the winning side, I think, in these matters, although you really got to credit both players, and I think it's fair to give both top players a big shout out here. For Maple Mountain, of course, Kenley Nelson coming with a massive comeback game after the poor performance against Provo, showing out here at home, dominating the paint, playing great defense for the most part on Bowman and the rest of the Don squad. I believe that she deserves the MVP player of the game. On the other end, though, you really got to give a shout out to how Bowman played, especially Eliza Bowman. Excellent game, especially the second half for Spanish Fork. I mean, the whole comeback was really led by her and her defensive efforts, getting fast break points. And when it just came down to it, just a couple of misses at the line, but you can't let that get in the way of just an excellent effort and a great performance from both teams tonight, despite, you know, the sloppiness, the errors. I think both those players deserve the shout out.
Yeah, very fun environment here at Spanish Fork High School for this one. Again, the game goes to the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles, 53-49. 4-point win over the Spanish Fork Dons. Our MVP player of the game, Kenley Nelson, with 16 points and several big moments there down in the post offensively and defensively. It's been a pleasure to be with you here tonight. Again, I'm Andrew LaRose, and for the rest of our crew and Jake Arscott, we wish you a fantastic night, and we will see you next time on Spanish Fork 17.